Namaskar, everyone. I hope wherever you're in this world, you're doing well, taking care of yourself and of everything around you. So, today we're going to learn how to make ghee or clarified butter from a normal butter like this. So, this is the butter from New Zealand, it's a grass fed butter. So, ghee, is of many kind. If you go to India, there is grass-fed butter, grain-fed butter, and they are very different in texture. Those who know, especially if you see the ghee which is made in different seasons, has a different texture. And it's mainly because of depends upon whether the cow is being fed grass or grain. So grass fed is normally a better ghee, and I'm going to make use of butter, which basically is a grass fed butter. So we're going to learn how to make ghee from this butter. So let's start the fun. Okay, to start with, I use this pan, a solid pan with some depth, and I put this butter in this pan. So this is about 800-gram butter. So 2 packets of 400-gram each. So 800-gram. I put it on a medium flame. 800-gram. It should take about 20 minutes to prepare. And we'll see if we have time. Then I will teach you how to make a medicated ghee, which is an Ayurvedic ghee. So you can use a herb like Shatavari or Brahmi. So today we're going to use Brahmi. So it's cooking. So now if you see, so now you can see the butter has slowly started melting down in this pan. So it's about 3 minutes since we started the process. I would advise that don't stir it, because there are many sediments in the butter and we don't want to mix everything. So butter has about 80% of fat, 20% of water, and few 18% of water and 2% a few other sediments. Ghee has no water. So if you see butter, if you put it out and you keep it long term outside, it can get fungus because of that hydration, that water content in it. But unlike butter, ghee doesn't have any water content, so it doesn't get spoiled. So this process from making ghee from the butter is evaporation of the water out of it, so only pure fat remains. And desi ghee is very, very important for Ayurveda because there are many drugs, herbs rather, which are fat soluble, like Brahmi is a fat soluble herb. Shatavari is a fat soluble herb. Many vitamin like vitamin K, vitamin A, your body won't digest them well if you don't have fat in your diet. So they are also fat soluble. Yeah, so the ghee has a very important role in Ayurveda. So yep, so it should be about 5 minutes since we started the process. So now if you see, it's coming closer. The sediments are separating out from the main content of the ghee. So all the water and additional sediments from the butter will be extracted. So this process from making a ghee out of butter is more an extractive process than a congestive process. So it extracts the main fat from the butter and throw away rest of the things like water, hydration, and other sediments. So it's about 8 minutes now since we started. So it should take about 5 more minutes, I guess. Be careful that keep watching the color of the ghee. You don't want to turn it to blackish. Blackish means it start burning. So you want that yellowish color. So some people say that ghee doesn't burn, but that's not correct. It does burn if you overheat it. So keep an eye on it. We're coming closer now. So it's now about 15 minutes. We're coming closer to the finish. Keep an eye on it. See, the color looks fine so far, but there's still bubbles in it, so which shows that there is still some water contents in it. Once it is ready, then water content won't be there anymore, so there won't be any bubbles. So this is very important time. Keep an eye, because there's a very thin line between overheating and exactly hitting temperature. So once the ghee is prepared, there won't be any bubbles. So if you see, now this ghee is ready. It starts separating from the main content of the ghee. I'll let it cool down for a while, for a few minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'm going to filter it out, and then I'm going to mix it with Brahmi powder. Alright, so now we'll learn how to combine this Brahmi. This is organic Brahmi in this pot, nice little pot, with this ghee. It's very simple. So this is organic Brahmi in powder form. I want to mix this one with the ghee. So what I will do is I will need some filter and a kind of muslin cloth. I don't have that, so I will just use that tissue paper, which should work fine. Remember, it's just to be more cautious, on the safer side, use some fry pan or something underneath this pot, because sometimes if it is too hot, pot can actually break down. So you don't want your ghee, freshly made ghee, to go waste like this. So it's a good idea to have a pot in case, if even if it breaks, then the ghee is safe. Okay, so I'm going to lift it up. Using this tissue paper. And start powering this. So it's filtering, so it will separate any sediments from the ghee. So only pure ghee goes into the bottle. The rest of the sediments will be extracted. As I told in the beginning, it's an extractive process. So you have to extract the ghee from the butter. Now if you see, I have this ghee, and underneath there is still some Brahmi left, so I will just mix them up together. So you can use a spoon to blend them together, so Brahmi can nicely infuse with this ghee. And this is Brahmi medicated ghee, ready to serve. Brahmi is very good medicine for the brain. It's a cognitive herb, and ghee is also good to nourish the brain. So it's a good combination if you have constant migraine, headache, many other problems, dry eyes for instance, memory loss, or any cognitive dysfunction. So for all of those ailments, this is a very good combination of herbs. So try this Brahmi medicated ghee and enjoy it.